Bearcats fans, what is going on? This is Neil Meyer with the Front Office News, and I'm here with
JT Smith. And the Bearcats, they win an ugly game. The end score doesn't show how ugly the game was, especially in the first half, but the Bearcats win. Now they're 8-1 after beating Bryant 85-53. Had 5 in double figures in points and 2 in double figures in rebounds. Neil, just tell them about the first half, because that was the half that made everybody kind of scratch their heads for a little bit.
Yeah, so in the first half, it was a 30-27 game at the half. The Bearcats shot just 26% from the field. It combined 19 turnovers from both teams. It just seemed like the rim had a giant lid on it. And that's something Coach Miller emphasized in the post-game press conference. He just felt like the rim had a lid on it and nothing was able to fall. I mean, they were getting good looks. They were getting downhill and attacking early, but they just couldn't get anything to fall. And then the first half, I mean, obviously you look at it, it's a close game. Just seemed back and forth battle, and then they really turned it on there in the second half. So overall, the first half was just missed opportunities. They had the opportunity to blow this thing out of the gate early and just couldn't. Bryant just held back and then never really found a offensive momentum for either side of this one in the first half.
For sure. And in the second half, it was like night and day, or bodego. As Aziz had a double-double and is in the second half by himself, 10-10. But I was super impressed by Jizzle James, something that we didn't ask Coach and the players, which I kind of let slip, so that's on me. But Jizzle, I felt like in the first half, he was the kind of the one that took the bull by his horns when stuff was going a little crazy, getting to a spot. I think he played very, very good basketball. And there was a lot of ticky-tack fouls, I think, the refs were calling, but that's neither here nor there. And when you win by 32 points, you just can't cry over spilled milk. In the second half, I mean, they shot almost 60% from the field, close to, let's see, from the three, 66 from the three, 67% from the three, after shooting 15%, 18% from the three in the first half. Take that any day of the week. And, just like Coach Miller said, it was a little bit of shootout hangover, and you could see that in the first half. And in the second half, I think they snapped out of it again. And they will be playing a very, very, very good UD team on Saturday at a neutral site in Cincinnati, but it's still at a neutral site. So I think the way they finished the game is encouraging, but they can't have a lull like they did against Bryant against UD, because even though Bryant isn't a bad team at all, they beat FIU earlier in the season, but UD is a different animal.
Yeah, and you talk about the second half there. Obviously, Aziz Bandaogo took over and finished with a double-double alone in the second half. Finished with 12 points, 17 rebounds, which ties a career high for Bandaogo. His first career double-double as a Bearcat. Victor Locken also had a big night. I believe Bandaogo and Locken combined for 29 of the team's 57 rebounds. So outside of that, that's a huge difference here in this one. Those are the numbers that people really were hoping to have heading into this season with the two bigs there, and maybe potentially adding Jamil Reynolds into that factor later in the season. We'll see how everything goes with the temporary restraining order tomorrow in court, see how this all plays out. But overall, I mean, very pleased with how they responded in the second half. I know Coach Miller kind of said in the post-game press conference that this team is pissed that they lost to Xavier. They had arguably their best practice of the season and of his tenure at Cincinnati yesterday heading into this one. But he said the team was pissed, and now they have a quick turnaround versus a very tough Dayton team on Saturday at Heritage Bank Arena. So the Bearcats now 8-1 with an opportunity to go on the road to a neutral site and pick up a huge quad one win here in non-conference play before a gauntlet of a Big 12 schedule.
For sure. There'll be a big game at 7 p.m. at Heritage Bank Arena. Bearcat fans, come down there and show this team some love. Don't let the Xavier loss turn you sour on this team. And then also make sure you check out the YouTube page. We'll have a video of Coach Miller, video of Aziz Bandaogo, and CJ Frederick after the game. So my man Neil Myers working on the recap as well, so support that and let us know how you feel about the game. And I'm JT Smith.
And I'm Neil Meyer, and we're checking out from Fifth Third Arena.